Chamgejitab kalenjin amang'ung'ui tugul ole mitei koibaibai akikere ketesiet nebo Kass TV itagat eng logoiwekab emet kigurena Jacqueline Arusei. Akokoito kurset President William Ruto koityi kandoikab bolotet koistoegei terchinosiek akobois eng kibagenge. Kong'ololi kanisetab SDA Kiserian eng Kajiado County kokamwa Ruto kole tesetai koboisiechin biik tugul chebo emoni eng kergeindo eng takchinetab kobit bandab tai eng emet.
Unajua, nasikia watu wengine wanaendesha siasa ambayo iko na fitina mingi, iko na chuki mingi, iko na matusi mingi, iko na ukabila mingi. Unasikia mtu anasema, oh, hawa wako na shares, hawa hawana shares. Hawa ni Tungati, hawa ni Tugunia. Hawa ni Wabara, hawa ni wa sijui Pwani. Hawa ni cousins, hawa ni maadui. Hawa sijui ni nini. Hiyo lugha itaharibu taifa letu la Kenya. Hakuna haja ya kugawanya watu. Wewe mtueleze sera yenu, mpango yenu. And I have said before and I will say again, I am unapologetically a Christian. I believe in God. And I have no apologies to make. Wale wanasumbuka ama wanasumbuliwa na hiyo maneno, sasa sijui tutawasaidia namna gani, kwa sababu sisi tutaendelea, kwa sababu sisi ni Wakristo na taifa letu la Kenya, jamii zote na watu wote ni watu ambao wanamcha Mungu. Hata ingawaje tuko na madhehebu tofauti, tuko na imani tofauti, lakini sisi wote tunaunganika kwa sababu tunamheshimu Mungu na tunamwabudu Mungu, na hivyo ndivyo taifa hii kwa mapenzi ya Mungu itaendelea kuwa namna hiyo. Na ni maombi yangu ya kwamba Kenya iendelee kuwa ni nchi ambayo inamtambua Mwenyezi Mungu. Ndio katiba ya taifa letu la Kenya, kipengele ya kwanza inasema God of all creation. That is the constitution of Kenya. And therefore we are a God-fearing nation. We will continue to work with all faiths, with every denomination, as we serve God and as we serve humanity.
Engasat netakchingei emet lewenisiet neo eng kenyit nenyone kokakocher neki gavana netai nebo county nebo Nandi Dr. Cleophas Lagat ak MP nebo Mosop Abraham Kirwa. Borietab kalenjin koker kole kaimuch koti President William Ruto. Ng'alaldos eng igorta agenge eng komasta nebo Mosop komwa kandoichoto kole nyalu eng bororietab kalenjin koro kole katil kibandok ak kuraisiek asikobit kotoret President William Ruto konyor kabelishet eng lewenisiet neo nenyone.
Kamwa kandoichoto koboto neki gavana netai nebo county nebo Nandi Dr. Cleophas Lagat ak MP nebo Mosop Abraham Kirwa kole eng kasari tokyingei emet lewenisiet neo nenyone konyolu eng bororietab kalenjin kosochi kokochi tiyet President William Ruto mising kokotil ichek kibandok ak kuraisiek.
We are praying for the president, and everybody here we are saying we are going from family to family. We want to make sure that everybody has got a voting card and the ID. We pray for him. Last time I told him I was praying for him.
So I want you to pray and make sure you have your voters card and make sure you are going to go to the polls when the time comes. We want to pray for President Ruto that will be able to elect him again so that we will be able to receive services like this. If it was not for President, there is no way this road could have been done.
Kacher Kirwa mising bororietab kalenjin koro kole kamingis ichek eng kalyet ole nyalu koityi kamanut nito asikobit kotornito President William Ruto konyor chamet eng bororiosiek tugul.
So what I want to challenge you is try to be peaceful as much as possible in this coming election and make sure you are going to go to the polls when the time comes.
Karuptenito Julius Bett nesome ng'echeretab MP nebo Chesumei nekacher ine kabelik tugul chemokyingei ng'echerok cheterter koro ichek kole kasome eng oretab kalyet.
Tuombe hizi viti kwa amani, kwamba wananchi wenyewe ndio watapeana hiki kiketi, na hiki kiketi lazima tuombe kwa unyenyekevu, na wananchi watajua nani alifanya kazi na nani ya kufanya, ndio kwamba tukuwe na nchi ya amani. Na nchi ikiwa na amani itaendelea kiuchumi, na ikiendelea kiuchumi watoto wetu watakuwa na kazi ya kufanya.
Kong'eteke kaunti nebo Nandi logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyu ko Nelson Tarpei.
Kakomwa kandoindetab chechang eng bunge nebo emoni Aaron Cheruiyot kole matindoi keret ak takchinet nebo koib walet ak bandab tai kandoik chemoikochin kasubet serikalitab emoni. Notok tesetai tetutik chetokchingei kowech kasuldaetab boisionik chetesetai kosuldae serikali kondochin President William Ruto. Kinyo report kobun Robert Sele.
Ningependa kuambia hawa ndugu zetu wa upinzani, I want to congratulate the opposition because we have never had a more clueless and rudderless opposition like the one we currently have. I listened to them this week trying to say that they are presenting an alternative budget to what was being read by Mheshimiwa John Mbadi. And I agree that we have never had a more clueless opposition than the one that we currently have. Listening to them, you could see this is a clueless opposition that does not understand the present day challenges and realities that we are currently facing. The President has ensured that we balance every sector, including investing in people-centric issues such as the lion's share of the budget that was read, and that tells you that we must make progress. I want to tell you, members of the opposition, the people of Kenya are not as foolish as you think. They can see through your nonsense, and they know that the things that you are proposing can never happen in the kind of economy that we are having today, but you are only interested in cheap and silly games. Koko securing 428 billion Koko counties, including Kericho, that will get upwards of 9 billion shillings. Chonde jini lengutab chobiri. Kit kityo na mwaini gava namaje namchoriti because kejita mwisho ni chiage tukul negere le maje kotangoen tungilo nebo raia kotuya charity ta kokorenyin. Pesa raia hakikisha gavana kabla negemwoy ile boisionik tugul koitu baga oliep ka ortinwek chu kearoru ngalekab ECD kerichek ak ne ibanganen ngalechoto. For those children that lock the rest of the girls at the Tumish and bind them up, those are criminals. I'm saying this is a chairman of education, that there is no way we can define criminality. If a group of girls go and lock the rest in a dormitory and pan them up, that stops being discipline, but that becomes criminal activities. It is for this reason that we are insisting that those who perpetrate crime, so that it deters the rest from the same crime, must be made to face the full force of the law. We had a very funny PS called PS Pitok. And I'm saying this as a teacher. There is nothing embarrassing when a government official come and say, let us negotiate with them. They cannot do exam what they want to do. That is nonsense. Without discipline, there can be no life. And that is why we are saying, and we are encouraging our teachers to consistently instill discipline. Discipline must be dealt.
Koret agenge nebo keker kele kakinet lagok kochetakomengech konai akobo ng'oliotab Jehova koboto atebet nenyalunot kotesetai kanisetab ACK Diocese nebo Kapsabet koteche korikab Sunday School asikobit kokochi nitok boroindo neo lagochoto konyor kanetisiet eng oret neititaat. Kabit nitok eng kasarta nekaindochi Bishop nebo kanisetab ACK Diocese nebo Kapsabet Dr. Paul Korir igorta nebo yatetab Classroom Science chetokchingei kanetetab lagok eng kanisetab St. Barnabas eng taonitab Kapsabet ole kaboiboenchi nitok kandoik chekaititai koratak chekaboto Senator nebo County nebo Nandi Samson Cherargei mwaet kole wendi nitok kokanaptoi atebosiek chenyalu eng kipsomaninik.
Kong'alaldos eng igortab sautikab Jumapili koboto yatetab classrooms aeng chetokyingei kenete lagochoto bo Sunday School eng kanisetab ACK nebo St. Barnabas eng taonitab Kapsabet. Komwa Bishop nebo kanisanoto Dr. Paul Korir ak Senator nebo County nebo Nandi Samson Cherargei kole wendi nito kotoreti kokanapta kanetisiet eng lagok kotakomengechen.
We need to put our emphasis and resources to the growth of this child, right from 0 years all the way up to university level. And we want to thank the government for positioning ourselves in terms of resources by allocating enough resources to the Ministry of Education. We are forever grateful. And we want to say that the presence of the church in our schools cannot be overemphasized. And we want to ask the ministry to allow the church to be present in our schools and institutions of higher learning or learning 24/7, every time. I know sometimes we are told in the third term, the church should wait until January. We cannot wait anymore.
Kates komwa Dr. Korir kole kanetisietab lagok kotakomengechen kotoreti nito koekitu ichek kongen ng'aliotab kamuktaindet koboto koistoegei ichek yautik ak atebosiek chemanyalu kokaekitu ichek.
And we realize what is happening in our schools. We have seen it from the spiritual eyes. It is more of a spiritual battle. We cry with our teachers. And it's not about blaming anybody. It is time we wake up and smell the coffee and say, where did the rain start beating us? So we will be present in our schools. We will be present in the lives of our children in school and out of school.
Kakon ichek kurset nebo kekach kanetisiet lagok kokabwa kamung'et nebo aftam konai ichek kamanutiet nebo koistoegei ichek yautik cheu chebo belsetab sukulishek.
So as they come home for afterm, we the church put in place some programs which will target character and behavior. So we will be talking about how can you behave in this era whereby behavior is not something to cherish. We want to learn and to thank God that we will talk to our children. They belong to us. We want to listen to them.
Eng komasta nywa koboibochi kakwautiet noto alak eng kandoik chekaititoi korata eng mwaet kole wendi nito kokanaptai kanetisiet nenyolu eng lagok kotakomengechen.
We are proud that today, courtesy of our beloved Bishop Dr. Korir and our brother from South Sudan, that we are opening a center for young people to mentor them, to grow them in faith, so that as they grow, they may grow to fear the Lord. And we are proud, and I want to challenge the country, that wherever our faith is, if we start taking care of our children, build their faith, build their discipline, build their character, I can assure you when they grow up, they will not depart from those good teachings.
Nasema kwamba kanisa zote sio ACK peke yake. Catholic, AIC na kanisa zote zenye tuko nayo, especially Nandi County, Chesumei ama kwa nchi nzima, wakuwe na sanctuaries kama hizi. Itasaidia watoto wetu wakue sio tu kwa kiroho, lakini hata kwa discipline. Ndio watoto wetu wakienda mashuleni watakuwa wakijua kwamba kunayo ile discipline lazima wakuwe nayo.
Kong'eteke county nebo Nandi, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyu ko Nelson Tarubei.
Kakokoito kurset Cabinet Secretary netononjin gender eng emoni Hannah Wendot Cheptumo koityi sigik eng emoni koker kole kanam boroindo nebo kotikon lagokwak missing ko eng kakimitetab atepto nemie asikeistoegei yautik chemokororon cheboto belsetab sukulishek nekoketestai keborionji eng sukulishek cheterter eng emet. Kosubkei ak Cheptumo komamit amune asikobet anan asikoistoegei sigik boisienwa nebo kotikon lagokwak kole kamwa kole bo kamanut notok missing eng sigik.
Kamwa CS netonondochin gender en emoni Hannah Wendot Cheptumo kole kakoit kasarta nenyolu kokimit sigindet age tugul konetisiet neititaat ak koitoetab katigonutik koityi lagok en katorchinet nebo keker kele kakinyor ibindo netinye tegis ak telbisto eng atebet nebo kotugul.
Parents, let us play our role. We need to nurture our children. We need to speak to them. Do not abdicate your responsibility as a parent. Kuna kazi ya mwalimu na kuna kazi ya wanafunzi. Kuna kazi ya mzazi. Like now, the students who are in day schools and they go back at home, in the evening as a parent, take time to talk to that child. Over the weekend, speak to them. When they are in church, we are also asking the faith-based organizations to also ensure that they organize programs that can speak to the issues that affect these children. Some of them, we don't blame them. It's because they don't know. So we leave them and you think somebody else will take care of them. So we end up losing a whole generation.
Kaikoito cheptumo kateunet koityi kipsomaninik che isuldoi ng'emisiet ak belsetab tugukab sukul kole bendi kotuitos ichek ak kerkong'et kowen kaororet nebo ng'atutikab emoni.
For the children who are involved in crime, like those who burn schools, let me tell you, we have cells where we keep these children. Children who are in contact with the law. The minimum time that you serve is 10 years. So if you go to jail when you are 15, you'll come out when you are 25. You'll not be a child then, you'll be an elder. And you'll be coming back to a society where your peers have moved ahead in life. People have, maybe they will be outside this country. Look at what the president has done in Finland. He has secured jobs for us. Who is going to do these jobs if we are going to lose it at this stage?
Kabit ng'alaletab cheptumo kasarta nekoketestai kebaorionjin yautik chemokororon en sukulishekab emoni kole kamach biik tugul cheboto sigik, konetik ak kandoikab dini koker kole kaboisien kibagenge en koitoetab katigonutik koityi lagok en emet.
So be warned. Be warned. And in any event, you will not go scot-free. You will remain in prison and your parents will pay the cost of returning the school back to the state in which it was, because we cannot lose the properties of the government to arsonists, people who have decided they don't want to live like other people. But for those who lost their children, we are very sorry. We wish you, we are praying for you that God may help you to recover and also to find just hope in God, because we cannot reverse what has happened. But going forward, we will not entertain these kind of things.
Kong'eten kanaset nebo Eldoret en county nebo Uasin Gishu, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass TV, kanenyu ko Timothy Kiplimo.
Kakomwangei meng'ikab Benin eng waditab Kapsaus eng county nebo Kericho akosam serikalitab emoni kotoi tetutietab chikilisiet kotinygei ak yautiet nekoter ng'undut eng komostatak kit nekoikochi icheket aragenet neo.
Tesetai koititoi en kila betut biikab emet komasta nekokibaorionji kataretab ng'undet en binyiny en waditab Kapsaus en county nebo Kericho en aragenet ole iwechin kotestai kit neimuch koipchi icheket ng'emisiet ak asenet neo. Kamwa Esther Tanui nekotaunengei kataranaton mbarenyin ak Charles Milgo kole kitoigei ko kit neming'in ole en nguni konekit mitait 1 kwo ng'wony ak kosub loindab mitaisiek 200 en mbaretab bandek ole malo ak korik chekimenye.
Ako en binyiny yuton tulwoniton nyonet chu ko kokenyoru shida neo nia. Maketinye rwondo kong'eten kingonam koter ireu ko kikikere kele kitu rahisi keberechek makineu. Lakini nguni ko kokoter emet mamiten ot ye mami kateret. Nekikere kityo en betut agenge kityo kong'isiogeni ireu ak kolaech biik.
Kainenyun ko Charles Milgo, meng'indetab kokwonin bo binyiny. Kokoit ng'olyondoni bo emet nekokosu mbaretab family inoni, lakini kikere kele tesetai kowendi koswoniton konoktote mbaret. Kakimoche kesom kityo toretet. Toretet kong'eten county government, komosta nebo department nebo disaster management. Kesom konyo koker mbarani ak koker ile kaburto ng'ung'unyandani angot konoktote. Ko ngot konoktote kesom ko binyiny misima kele ngot kotyem emoni konakta tugul. Keker kakita biikab binyiny tugul.
Ane kekurenon Recho Tonu. Tuguk chekamache amwa ko kamache amwa kongoi amun kakobwa bichu. Ndamabwa bichu alen kamatokingen kit nekakyoe. Kamatokingen kit nekakyoe amun ot kaitu akot akane kwasongokan ak alen mara abur en yu ko kor kobutuso. Amun atindoi lagok chemengech chemakanye abakach amamoche amut. Ko kamache awech kongoi kabisa en biik chekakobwa konyokotoretech.
Kosubkei ak meng'ichoton ko ngandan koityi kaimutyonoton familia agenge nebo Esther Tanui koiwechin koyaptagei akoi komoswek alak kit nekamach serikalitab emoni kochutyi.
Obwana toretech serikalit amun makingen ole kibendi amakingen ole kinome. Amun ngebwa kele chito ui aira kowendi ana akowendi kotab chito anawendi.
Amoche kesom biikab kokwet tugul komiten village eldareu kesomchin koi korik cheumen korok. Matkichunda kosomot icheken korik baten kimoche kesomchin korik chetoretengei korok kobur lokwak koek safe korok asibandai konyokibwat kele kilyonen.
Kosom ale kirwokik serikalit tugul
Kemeche konyo kotoretech amun yu kimenye reu komi tulwet neo nemi barak reu. Nemakingen any kele yoe ne reu na iker kakotwo reu ko makingen yu kele yoe ne.
Kamwa boyab kok nebo Binyiny David Langat kole manetai yautyonoton ole kamach serikali kotoret icheket.
Amun bichu kot karon kebarte kengetosi komakomi kotakeribe ngo akwa vile manager nebo so kinosome kotoretet.
Aripotini logoiwekab emet chebo Kass kong'eten county nebo Kericho, kainenyun ko Robert Siele.
Pendi konyoru kelchin meng'ikab Cheptagum Sigor eng sub-county nebo Chepalungu kosubkei ak etiet nebo Cheptagum ne eng kasarta nekoi kokikokon asenet ak kong'em banwek eng komasatak. Kosubkei ak MP nebo Chepalungu Victor Koech kokoboisie serikali silingishek million 23 kotech etionotok wendi kotuitos meng'ikab sub-county nebo Bomet East ak Chepalungu.
Na la muhimu zaidi, nilitembea katika afisi za serikali. Kitambo tulikuwa tunatembea, tunajaribu kugonga, milango haigongeki. Juzi nikatembea, nikagonga na nikafungiliwa mlango na Mheshimiwa David Chirchir ambaye ni waziri wa Kenya. Nikamwambia David Chirchir, mambo niko nayo ni manne. Kuna wananchi wa kutoka Cheptagum wanaenda kutafuta mahitaji mengi kutoka Longisa, na wakati mwingi sana wanaumia kwa sababu wanasumbuka barabara ambaye ni marefu, barabara ambazo hasipitiki. Nikamwambia David Chirchir nisaidie pesa niweke daraja ili niweze kuunganisha watu wangu wa Cheptagum na si wote. I am a happy soul today. Niko na furaha kwa sababu Mheshimiwa David Chirchir nilikuomba ukanipatia. Leo hii tunajenga daraja ya shilingi milioni 23. Hilo daraja hawa watu tena hawataendelea kupata mashida mengi. Kuna mama wajawazito, at times wanaenda kujifungua, lakini wakifika hapo bahati mbaya, kuna watoto wengi sana wamezaliwa kwa barabara. Lakini kutoka leo hayo mashida ya kuzaa watoto kwa barabara yatakuwa yameisha kwa sababu tumetengeneza.
Kakotestai kandoik chemiten kibagengeitab Jamii Marisha mashinani ak campaigns cheikoitoi konetisiet eng biikab emoni kosubkei ak boisionik chekikotestai kosuldae serikalitab Kenya Kwanza. Kondochin Principal Secretary nebo tililindo Mary Muthoni ak nebo ng'echeret eng kibagengeitab KEMSA Samuel Tunai ko kaimuch korutechi kokwetab Ololunga eng county nebo Narok eng oret nebo koityi biikab emet kosubkei ak boisionik cheterter chetesetai kosuldae serikali.
Kama mfanyi kazi wa serikali, watu wa Ololunga, tumekuja hapa na unyenyekevu kuambia ya kwamba ile uongo inakimbishwa inafika hapa. Tafadhali wacha tuambie ukweli, na ukweli ikisemwa wacha tushikilie ukweli. Watu pastors wa kanisa, mimi mbele ya Mungu ningependa kuwaomba ile maneno mzuri tuseme ni mzuri, ile inataka kurekebishwa sio fitina. Situkutane, tujadiliane na tushirikiane. Katika serikali ya William Samoei Ruto, tukiingia ama akiingia kama rais, fertilizer ilikuwa 7,000. Saa hii fertilizer, subsidized fertilizer ni 2,500. Ukweli urongo? Na tumesema kwa sababu kulikuanga na changamoto kidogo kidogo, saa zingine inachelewa, hiyo maofisi ya agriculture wamefikishiwa hiyo ujumbe na wataharakisha, ndio tusikuwe tunapatwa na mvua kama hatujapata ile fertilizer. Mambo ya housing, governor ameelezea. Mambo ya Wasonyiro tannery, wazee, najua ile milk kula zimekuja hapa imepewa wamama, sababu maziwa ni ya mama. Lakini mimi nasema wewe ukichinja ile mbuzi, hiyo ngozi usitupe. Hiyo ngozi unachukua unapeleka kule ile Wasonyiro tannery, ndio unaweza ikakuwa imefanywa value addition. Hiyo ngozi ndio itatumika kututengenezea hizi viatu.
Nchi ya Kenya ni yetu, ni ya sisi wote. Makabila zote ambaye ziko katika Kenya hii na ni nchi ambaye Mungu ametupatia. Tuko na freedom of worship, tuko na haki zetu za katiba, na ni nchi ambaye tumekuwa na amani miaka zote, na hiyo amani ndio tunataka iendelee zaidi miaka zijazo. Ile miaka zote ambaye ziko mbele, tujue ya kwamba vile Mungu ametuweka katika dunia hii, vile ametuweka nchi hii, sisi wote ni wandugu na dada, na itafaa tuishi pamoja na tupendane ili serikali iendelee na maendeleo yake. Katika serikali ya Dr. William Ruto, tukiwa jamii ya Masai, Narok, Kajiado, Samburu, na mimi nikiwa mmoja wao ambaye tunazungumza na viongozi wa kaunti hizi zote tatu, na tunajua yale maneno imeendelea. Ukikuja hapa Narok, mnajua wale appointments ambaye serikali hii imetupatia kutoka.
Lakini mambo ya afya tusiweke siasa yoyote. Hawa jeshi wanaweza wakakusajilisha kwa SHA, wanakuambia kwa utaratibu utajiandikisha aje kwa SHA, na tent iko pale. Na kwa sababu gani? Katika mfumo ya NHIF watu walikuwa 20% peke yake, wale walikuwa wanaenda katika mahospitali wanafaidika. Saa hii unaambiwa jiandikishe leo, jiandikishe saa hii, alafu unaambiwa nenda hospitali na unatibiwa.
Kagomange kibagengeshek chebo sirikab logoiwek eng emoni akokoito kurset eng stakeholders chebo ripsetab kalyet ak lewenisiet eng emoni koker kole mitei kalyet mising ko eng sirikab logoiwek chebendi koyumi logoiwek chebo campaigns ak lewenisiet neo nebo 2027. Kama kibagengeshek cheboto nebo Media Council, Editors Guide ak KUJ kole mitei kaiweisiet nebo kibokchi sirikab logoiwek eng kasarta nemitei boisiet akosom serikali koker kole mayak notok.
Tunapotumwa katika zile assignments, kila wakati unauoga kwamba aidha utalengwa na mwanasiasa, polisi au gun. Kwa hivyo haujihisi kuwa salama wakati wote. Na tumekuwa na mijadala mingi tu, na tulipotia saini mkataba na IEBC, hicho ndicho kitu cha kwanza ambacho tuliwauliza.
And also just look at what has going on and see how well will we protect journalists, because journalists will be deployed all over the country. And it's important that we also look at the welfare and safety of these men and women who gather news all over the country and supply it to the consumers of media products. So,
kwa hivyo letu ni kutoa hakikisho kwa wanahabari kwamba tusikate tamaa. Najua kipindi ni kigumu na tunapoingia kwenye uchaguzi huenda hali ikawa si hali, lakini tutazidi kuweka jitihada zetu kuona kwamba mwanahabari analindwa, lakini pia natoa changamoto kwa vyombo vya habari vile vile. Wao pia wajukumike. Wasisubiri tu mashirika ya wanahabari yazungumze. Wakati ambapo mwanahabari anadhulumiwa au ananyanyaswa au haki zake zinakiukwa, ni vizuri tuzungumze sote kwa sauti moja. Na tunapozungumza kwa sauti moja, inaupatia uzito ule ujumbe ambao tunautoa. Na pia mwanahabari anapoenda assignment, tumuequip na skills kwanza, na pia zile PPE, sijui kama kuna media ambazo ziko nazo.
15 months to prepare that. So the fact that the media is there, the fact that the media, we have journalists, we have the equipment and all that, it means that the media is always ready. What we need to do is take them through Angumbaru, a reminder of the electoral processes, the roles of the media, civic education, how elections should take place and all that. So I think media is ready. By virtue of the media being there, it means they are ready. What we need is reminders, really, and jog of the minds, reflections, comparative studies, and all that. So I think that the media is ready, and the other actors in the ecosystem are ready. Like we have an electoral body whose work is to organize elections. We have the media whose work is to report events. So media is ready. What we do is that because it's a special moment in the history of a country, we enhance the capacity for the media so that they can do it better.
Kagomwa rubatab nebo ngecheret eng kibagengeit nebo Education Stakeholders Forum Kennedy koech kole mawekse let ichek eng maget nebo koyai kambaget nebo kalyet eng betutab kwoeng kasi eng county nebo Nandi ole kamwa koech kole moche ichek kosimchi serikalitab county notok kosuldae magutik tugul chebo kanetikab ECDE.
The maandamano and the demonstration that is behind us is well prepared for. Our teachers who will come out, ama walimu chemangu engwaen kasi tungwain, kwa mwalimu ni zaidi ya 2,000 jetindo kazi akimatindo kazi. Nasema wale wako na kazi na wale wana kazi. Sababu kuu ya maandamano hii ni hivi. Hao walimu wamefanya kazi almost 15 years bila scheme of service. Iliali government ama serikali kuu through the SRC walitoa scheme of service ya hao walimu. So we want just to make clarification that whoever is a blogger somewhere being used by employer to derail the demonstration on Tuesday is null and void. Amaja mngal chito na labato ngolo kule kwene ko maineno urmandamano. Sisi kama leadership who is we are elected in that office. We want to tell the employer, let us meet on Tuesday asubuhi. Kimia kwa saa 12. The demonstration law inasema from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. And I know your excellency or your office will be having a meeting tomorrow as from 8:30 to derail the maandamano. Anga lojobe tu yet never wasimamisha maandamano ole gaje washine. But amaja amwa clear. I want to be clear on this. Mami tu yene gurech ke washine ak employer nebo Nandi County ingalega mshahara jaba mwalimu ni KVCD. Aka maja amwache gavana wewe ni mwakili. Picture go jobe maandamano ko education stakeholders ak Train Eye Teachers Association of Kenya, where I'm the chair, and nobody should come from anywhere purporting to be the one to stop the demonstration. We are the one to stop it after the agreement. What we want in that, the grievances in that demonstration is just one. Number one is the scheme of service. Number two is replacing those teachers who left us, the retirees. You know, killing foundation of education in any society is killing that society. Chitane bare ngot kumi kidi bare money ko bare somanet. Yemo ki ko nafas somanet nafas ne ame anan chepkondo kana melko kiame somanet ap kaptuta anan foundation ko borgole omoje utup somanet nebo asolas chotok mite ground amu memuche konta lagok kwak academies chemi emoni. Kemwoe kelen ngosup akichek employer anan serikali sheria nemi koroni nekikechop. Kalya sikichop sheria nebo sirietab kazi nebo wafanyikazi ko kikeandamana anan kikeassume anan kikokiptubato ing biik chechang. Amache asom committee nebo education nebo Nandi County omi mutatuyet karon. Lakini amache kelechok panganet nekopangan mwalimuinik maandamano 2,000 ko kikikonok 13 days obwate. We gave you enough notice. Kitinye permit nebo police for that Tuesday 16. Kimeche kelechok kochelewan. Kistopeni maandamano with condition number 1. Mabarua sa permanent and pensionable with full scheme. Advert nebo mwalimuinik chikimetech 5 years down the line kwa kitangasan. Otherwise, magimeche story ingine whether governor and your team will declare tomorrow mami maandamano kakinde scheme of service mwalimuinik ko stories. Ngolyo nekiamine neche kana nekianing meset. Ko nekakiro baronokab mwalimuinik meset and nekakiro advert nebo biik chikimetech teachers chikimetech around 5 years down the line.
Chitab Kalenjin kakituk chotok emetab logoiwek chok chebo emet kakimuch kebun kong'ete studio nebo Kass TV. Kongoi missing abranden keikonech iker logoiwekab emet. Kigurena Jacqueline Arusei ak amakon kit age tugul nemie.